Welcome back, my snaily friends. It's me, hello. I know. It's been a minute again. What can I say?
Just say it.
My house flooded. My boiler went out. We had to install a sump. It wouldn't stop raining. We had to take down all the drywall. We lost a fish tank. The rain just continued. And finally, after all that, I am here to bring you no gelatin Snello. Let's do this. Real quick before we jump into it, I just want to say, holy crow, there are over 7,000 of you Snaily Friends with me now. This is amazing, and I am just tickled purple. Thank you all so much for being here with me. And through the ups and the downs of the sheer beauty and the pure dumpster fire that is my tanks, it really is a lot of fun being here with you guys. Onward we go. Tally-ho! Alrighty. I am calling this a no gelatin Snello, but that doesn't mean we're not using something to sort of gel it up. What we're using is called agar. In the culinary world, it's known as agar. You may see it listed as agar. There really are so many interesting ways that agar is used even in everyday life. One of the most interesting ones, I think. They make petri dishes out of agar powder. Yeah, that little jelly substance that's inside the petri dish, that's agar powder. I just learned that. Just now. Stay in school, kids. You can find agar in health food stores, maybe your supermarket, many Asian grocery stores, or my favorite, Amazon. The main difference between regular gelatin and agar powder. Regular gelatin is made from livestock collagen, which includes bones, skin, and tendons. Agar powder is made from red algae, seaweed. So it is an alternative if you don't want to use gelatin, or if you feel like you've been personally victimized by regular gelatin and want to try something different. For this recipe, you're just going to need a vegetable of your choosing or a package of baby food. Just make sure it's snail safe. 1 tablespoon of calcium carbonate, 1 tablespoon of spirulina powder, a shot glass full of fish flakes of your choice, and 2 tablespoons of agar powder. Now, since agar powder is plant-based, I did want to make sure we added a little protein. That's why I used the fish flakes. You can use freeze-dried brine shrimp or freeze-dried bloodworms here too. My container of agar suggested 2 teaspoons to every 1 cup of liquid. Truth is, I might have gone a little overboard with the agar powder. I just didn't want this to fail, so it's not going to hurt anybody. You will see me add little bits of water here and there periodically just to keep that baby food consistency. Once you get all that pulverized and mixed up together, you want to stick it in your microwave for 4.5 minutes on high. It's going to come out really hot. You can see I had to use towels to take the bowl out. It was so hot. It's hot. Prepare yourself. Hot. The reason it's so hot is this is when the agar does its magic. It must boil in order for the gelatinous abilities to take hold. It'll take about an hour for it to cool at room temperature, so you really have to kind of move quick. I would say, in my experience, a little quicker than you would when you're using regular gelatin. Agar does not require refrigeration in order for it to come to a full set, so you could let it set up right on your kitchen counter. I did refrigerate mine just to speed along the process. You left the tag on. Nice. I did wash these before Anyway, these were in the fridge for 3 hours. I didn't mean to do that. Time just got away from me. So this was my first time using the agar powder, and this was new to me as it is for you if you've never cooked with it. So I was really pleased with how everything popped out of the molds. I have had some Snellos in the past struggle to get out of molds, but just take note of how nice that came out of there. Oh, glorious. Look at that. It's nice and firm and hard, and it holds its shape perfectly. It's not going anywhere. It's not runny. It was a little slippery, but it wasn't too moist. It wasn't too wet. This mold is a mold from the Dollar Tree. That might be one of my videos coming up, an updated Dollar Tree video for your snail. I just happen to be, of course, out of paper towels this day, but I would suggest maybe putting them on paper towels after they're done solidifying just to absorb any excess moisture. I do plan on storing these in the refrigerator, the ones that I'm going to use for the next 4 or 5 days, and then the remainder of them are going to go in the freezer. My general rule of thumb is about 2 to 3 months in the freezer storage. You can see here in this takeout lid that I used, very happy with how it sets up. The shelf life of the agar powder itself lasts 8 months when stored in an airtight, cool, and dry spot. Gorgeous. I'm really happy with how this turned out. In fact, I plan on just using agar powder from now on. So far for me, it's been a bit more reliable. I've messed up less Snellos using agar-agar. Here we have some nice cinematic footage of the Snello. I think the cinematic greats would be proud of me. It just needs some John Williams music. We don't want to get a copyright claim, though. So we'll use the most epic music I know. And here they are. Look at them, living their best snaily life. This Snello was scouted and devoured as soon as I put it in the tank.
Hey guys, what's up?
What's up?
That was Norm. Norm and his Cory cat entourage. Norm was in my husband's tank. He was one of 2 fish that we were able to save from that tank when we lost it. If you guys want a little fish tour, let me know. I would happily give you a little fish tour of everything that's in my tanks at the moment. The 2 remaining purples that you see in this footage are actually out of my husband's tank, and those clefts that they have are pretty gnarly, true. They've also had them for a very, very long time. They are both approximately 2 years old, but they've been in my care for about 4 months now, so we'll see what we can do to help their shells. All right, while we're sitting here watching them munch, let's play a little game. It's called Lav's Working Titles. These are all working titles that are on the cutting room floor right now. Let me know what you think. This working title I think could really be catchy. It's 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 = yum. Or AKA cuppa cuppa cuppa. That's a working title. And then we also have Q&A. You ask, I answer, ... finally. We have snail-safe veggies, veggies that all snails love. One of my working favorites, calcium cake pops, or calcium topiaries, or calcium cake pop topiaries. I'm not sure yet. We have guppy overload, ! We also have frogs, ? And then best filter for you, and then there's a couple that I'm not going to tell you about. So that's it for now, sneaky peekies. And I want to let you guys know that I'm putting myself on a schedule, and I am actually going to get back to it. So I'm really excited to be back with all of you. Drop those questions below, or a middle finger. No, I'm kidding. Edit that out. Edit that out. They are going to town on this Snello. They love it. Love.
Norman?
And I think yours will too. Personally, I think it was way easier to make this Snello than it is to make the other Snello that I've been making for years. So, times they are a-changin'. I think too the agar powder seemed to dissolve a lot easier than gelatin does. I used to spend a lot of time making sure there weren't chunks in my gelatin. I never worried about that at all with the agar powder. It was a dream to work with. And not only did my mystery snails enjoy it, but I do have a quote-unquote pest snail tank. I just let it run wild and sort of let nature do its thing and see what happens. And look at them munching. They seem to really enjoy it too. The agar powder was a hit all around. So before we finish for today, let's chitty-chat about some comments we've gotten. How do you make your Snello without gelatin? Love your channel and love your snails. Oh, love you back. Give your snails a hug for me and from my snails if you have snails, and thanks for being here with us. So there you go. That's how you make the Snello. Finally. I'm sorry that took so long. Is crushed coral okay for snails? Yes. Well, in what capacity? I mean, don't hit them with it. But yes, if you use it as a substrate, yes. Can the mystery snails be tank mates for shrimps, or would they eat the shrimps? Yes, they can be tank mates for shrimps, definitely. That's a perfect tank mate for them. They will not eat the shrimps. I, however, I'm really bad at keeping shrimps. I don't know what happens, but I'm a shrimp killer. I am. It's bad. I don't know why. I've tried 3 times. I figured that would be enough. But perfect. They are a perfect tank mate for the mystery snail, a shrimp. Go ahead. Go forth. Do you think they'd like a platform toward the top of the tank just under water level? Yes. Yes, they would love that. Make sure you have a lid, though. I would make sure that you have a lid, because those girls, when they're looking for a spot to lay their eggs, they are relentless. And I just feel like the platform makes me full of anxiety. Even though they have fun with it, I would make sure that you have a lid. Yeah, they would love that. Hanging out by the top, breathing, tubing, parasnailing off. They would love that. Yep. I actually I have a couple dishes that I utilize towards the top of the tank. And I've been trying to figure out how to make some sort of rock shelf or something for them. So yes, they would love that. Good to see you back. Oh, good to be back with you. Your tanks are so crystal clear. Oh, kind of. How do you avoid the algae buildup? Our snails are even getting algae on their shells. Oh, bummer. As far as the algae on the shells, that's a light issue. Try turning your light off a little bit. You can also scrub them with a brand new, never been used, like hard, the hard ones, hard bristles toothbrush from the dollar store. And I have so much algae. Like, I can't tell you how much algae I have right now. I'm battling hair algae. And I just keep pulling out the pieces that are kind of unsightly and hoping the snails will take care of the rest. For me, it's a lighting issue. Could be a lighting issue with you too. Definitely sounds like for the snails, it's a lighting issue. That could be another really benefit to shrimps in your tank. They will pick the algae off of your snail shells. No, the advice I would give in that situation is play with your lighting. See if that shows any improvement first before you start adding anything to your tank. And try the brand new, clean, hard, bristled toothbrush for the snail shell and see if that helps. But that's it for now, you guys. Thank you so much again for being here with me. And thank you for the over 7,000 of you that are here with me. It's mind-blowing. I really plan on sticking to my guns and continuing to make videos for you guys. So I hope you enjoy, and yeah, hit that like button on your way out. And please leave me a comment down below of what you thought of the Snello and how you feel of the new format that I'm playing with. Is it a keeper? I like it. I don't feel so self-conscious, and I feel like I can really, be here and talk with you guys, kind of, in a weird little avatar AI kind of way. I am a robot. Anyway, good to see you all. We'll see you in the next one, and please, hug your snails. I'll see you real soon. Until the next time.